Good afternoon, everyone. It's again June 21st, 2021. I just talked so much about my service dog. I just wanted to introduce Heidi to you. She's a German Shepherd. She just turned 3 years old this month. I've had her since she was 8 weeks old and have been training her. Heidi, can you look up here? That's a good girl. Yes. Yeah, beautiful shot. Love you when your ears are up. And so I want to talk a little bit about Heidi today and just what a wonderful dog she is. So I just wanted to show you a little picture of Heidi, and she's quite alive. And she's such a sweetheart. She's very, very temperament. And she'll show you one of the tricks that she does because I don't like her jumping up on people. So I will show you what she does. How do you do? That's a good girl. She's very good at shaking hands. And she's still, like I said, a lot of training. Good girl. So I just wanted to introduce Heidi to you and give you a short, brief introduction to Heidi. No, I don't have anything else in my hands right now. I know, you're still looking at me. Oh, I know, just lick your lips. Yes, I know, that was good. Yeah, you can show everybody how you lick your lips. Yes, such a sweetheart. You're such a good girl. Yes, you are. And I'm so proud of you. I'm very proud of my girl. So that's a good girl. Oops. Oh, how do you do again? I'm sorry, I don't have another treat in my hand. But you're such a good girl. So I just wanted today a picture of Heidi and get a little film of her so that you get a chance to see her. Now I'll sit down and tell you how important she is to me for doing things. Now I just want to get this carefully up here and sitting again. So now I can talk to you for a little bit again. And it's been a very interesting 3 years. During the pandemic, I got Heidi. I needed her because I had just had to put my other dog down. He was a Shepherd Rottweiler mix. That was just prior to Christmas 2019. And I waited a little bit. And I was thinking about getting another dog in the spring. And I was debating, like I've bred and raised standard poodles before when I was younger. And I showed them, and one of my females was winning a lot of ribbons in the show ring. But I was debating between the standard poodle or the German Shepherd. So I finally decided on the German Shepherd. So I went looking for a German Shepherd. Fortunately, I didn't run into a lot of the problems that some of the other people looking for dogs, high prices especially, during the pandemic. I got a reasonable deal on her. It was a private breeder that I got her from. And this was, again, her older brothers. I stated in other videos before. I got the name of the breeder from his owner, and he's only a few blocks away, so it's just wonderful to see the two of them playing together off and on. We do take them for walks, but Heidi helps me walk, as I was saying. She keeps me going in a straight line, and like I said, it's very difficult because with arthritis, you just stiffen up, and at certain times of the year, it's really worse. If it's high humidity, you feel it getting into the bones, and if it's really cold, and like here in Canada, again, you feel it getting into the bones. So it's nice because it's easier for me to walk with her because she steadies me. If I feel like I'm wobbly or going to fall over or something, I just have to grab onto her. That was one of the reasons I chose a service dog. And I chose the name Heidi because that was after one of my favorite movies, Heidi, with Shirley Temple, as a child, because I look at her as being Heidi and me as Clara, and she's helping me. So it's a wonderful relationship that we have between each other. We've bonded very well since I've had her since she was 8 weeks old. Very lively puppy, mind you, during the pandemic, but now she's settling down to do more training soon, I hope. And I've done a lot of training, and it's quite the adventure training. Fortunately, I've had a lot of experiences because I've had dogs prior over the years, so it's wonderful. But I chose her as a special breed, as a really, really good working dog, and very intelligent. And her intelligence, she picks up very quickly. Sometimes she knows what I'm thinking even before I know it. She's getting into that stage now that she's getting into the adult stage, which is, and around 3, they start getting mentally fully mature at this age. So it's a really, really good age for her. Now she's listening more to me. And the other thing she does is when I'm in the winter, which is really good, sometimes you don't see the black ice underneath the snow, so I'll be shuffling my feet along. She paces herself very carefully with me. And if I'm starting to slip, what she does is she'll just hold it right there. She'll plant all 4 paws on the ground and use her weight right there so that if I'm slipping using the leash, I can pull back. And oftentimes I've I've stopped myself from actually having a bad fall by just using her as the anchor. Literally, that's what she does for me. And of course, at the age of 70, I don't want to fall and start breaking bones at this age. And with my hips and everything else, I don't want to have any more health problems than what I already have. And I'm at least on my feet now again, which I'm very grateful for that. So, and then other things like obstacle courses, like in the middle of winter sometimes, they can't get the streets plowed fast enough, so the intersections are all snowed in, and you have to climb over the snowbank. And well, she's wonderful because I can get her to sit on one side of the snowbank. I can grab onto her, get up on the snowbank, get her up on the snowbank, hang on to her, get down, and then she gets down again after me, so I can get around carefully. She gets me up and down the stairs now very carefully, which we had to tweak again a little bit due to my having to be in the hospital and having to have my knee drained. So there's many, many things that she does. Like I said, with having PTSD, depression, that was really hard. I was glad, though, in a way, that I did pick her up during the pandemic. It turned out to be a lot longer than everyone expected it to be. So I had a very lively puppy on my hands, and of course I've got 2 cats too, so some of the things I got into were pretty funny. So I was laughing a lot of the time too during it, trying to train her, and she kept me busy and kept my mind occupied doing all the house training with her. So it was quite a busy time for me, so I was really glad that I had her to get me through the pandemic, and I didn't have to be so totally depressed. And when I had to go out with her, I was training her there again. And it's much easier, of course, to train in the summer, but during the winter it was nice having her to help me get through the snow. And of course, when I turned 65, I'll tell you a little funny incident that happened to me. And that was, we'd had 2 snowstorms, one right after the other, within about 36 hours of one another. And of course, the city couldn't get everything cleaned up as fast as they should have. And so I got off the back of the bus that day, and I sank into the snowbank. And boy, did I sink into the snowbank. Usually I can get out of a snowbank, but this day I must have really got myself stuck in it. I couldn't even get out of my slip-out boots to get out of the snowbank. I was just lucky the two young people happened to be coming along and saw that I was stranded in the snowbank to get me out. Now, at least I have Heidi, and I couldn't do it this past winter because I ended up in the hospital, but I'm going to train her also to dig me out of a snowbank, just in case that happens again, which I hope it doesn't, because I'm not too sure if that happened and there's nobody around. Who do I call? It's certainly not going to be Ghostbusters. Who do I call? The police? The city? The seniors got herself stuck in a snowbank. Can you get me out? Anybody got a shovel? Well, now I've got a 4-footed shovel here, so I'm going to train her to do that little stunt for me if that happens again, because sometimes you just stiffen up, and this is one of the things that's difficult with arthritis, as I'm finding out now, and that's because of my hips, having the dislocated hips as a baby, and I was warned that I probably will have trouble with my hips when I get older. So this is one of the many things that this senior is having to deal with. But Heidi helps me through with my daily routines. And I'm always anxious to go out with her. She's always anxious to go out with me. Or I can go sit by the river and have my lunch and watch the ducks and the geese go by. And of course, Heidi's sitting there watching all these geese and ducks. I'm sure she'd love to go chasing them, but that doesn't happen. But I just wanted to introduce Heidi today and tell you what a wonderful dog I've got. And they are wonderful service dogs. And even Shay has her own service dog. So luckily, that helps her to get through some of her depressions as well. So I just wanted to give you a little update on my dog. And I want you to really meet Heidi today. And she's a beautiful dog. And she loves people. And she's good with children. And she's good with seniors. And she's good with everybody. And she's a very, very friendly, sweet-tempered dog. So I'm very, very fortunate to have her. And again, good day, and have a nice day, and be safe. Bye-bye. Take care.